I don't know.
Ouais, je pense que je vais me laisser.
Mm. Plutôt. Hey everyone, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm doing very good. Welcome to the podcast of the ESCP Luxury Society. My name is Jabril. I'm 21 years old and I'm currently doing the Master in Management at ESCP Business School. And I'm also part of the ESCP Luxury Society. I'm very excited to take part in the production of this podcast. I'll be working with Diana, who's also part of the podcast producer team. For this week's podcast, I interviewed one of my best friends, Jen, who is currently doing a master's degree in fashion marketing, luxury fashion marketing at Sciences Po Paris in Paris. Yeah, we just had a little conversation at her place. She told me a little bit more about her journey, like her interests in fashion, her master's degree, her studies. And we also had a cool conversation about current trends and the state of the fashion universe right now. We don't even have a name for this podcast yet. Um I think it's just going to be the Luxury Society podcast. But yeah, this podcast is kind of a way for us to bridge the gap between the luxury industry and you guys from the ESCP. I myself and the team of the society is very, very, very passionate about fashion, and I really hope that we'll be able to transmit, that passion to you guys. So yeah, that's it for me and enjoy. So yeah, thank you for listening to me. That's it for me. Enjoy. Thank you for having me in your beautiful place today. It's
Thank
very
you for
nice.
having me on your podcast. Flattered.
No problem. This couch is amazing.
Yeah, honestly, it should be your traditional couch for your podcast.
What have you been up to today?
Not much, honestly. Just woke up, did a little yoga, and
Yoga?
then
Okay.
just to start your day.
Okay,
What
cool.
about you?
On this mat.
Yeah, this yoga mat. Do like
That's cool.
Tara Styles yoga, good stuff.
I didn't do much today. I woke up at like 10:30 and then just stayed in bed and I was just preparing for this podcast. Honestly, I was just like, you know, like putting myself in the right mindset for the podcast. Right?
Okay, yeah, that's cool. Nice to meet you guys. So I'm Jen, 21 too. I study luxury marketing at Sciences Po, and I'm really eager to work on this podcast and be the first guest.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. She's like one of my best friends, one of my closest friends. We met when I was also at Sciences Po during our bachelor's degree on Reims campus. And yeah, actually, I also wanted to do the same master's degree that she's doing. I realized that she was very into fashion. We both realized that we were
Yeah,
like very
same
into
time.
fashion at the same time. And yeah, I think that's why I really wanted to talk to you today about a bunch of topics. First off, can I ask you what's your inspiration for this fit you're wearing today?
My inspiration, wait, I have to think. I just honestly love denim. I think it's really cool, material that you can work with.
Yeah.
Do so many cool stuff with it. And honestly, I'm going with something a little like Y2K era with a low rise, kind of like bootcut jeans. But yeah, I guess I'm liking this type of Rick Owens full denim
Oh,
style.
right. All right. All right. I love this. I love
Thank
this.
you.
I love the jacket. I love the
Thanks.
jacket.
I thrifted it.
Where did you thrifted?
Like in a flea market, I think, or maybe a garage sale. I think garage sales are like really cool, to be honest, because
Okay.
that's where you
Okay.
can
Okay.
find like cool pieces for
Yeah.
like cheap prices. Because I think like, thrift stores now have like gotten like more and more expensive now
Mm-hmm.
that it's kind of like trendy. But like when you go to actual like places where like it's actual people like
Mm-hmm.
just selling the clothes they don't want anymore, you can actually find like really cool stuff like this
So
double
nice.
denim jacket.
I see. Okay. Okay. And like, I was wondering, like, yeah, because this is like Y2K.
Yeah.
This is like 2000s, beginning of the 2000s, and this actually ties to one of the topics I wanted to discuss today, regarding the swag era, right? So this is funny. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, it's okay because we're going to talk about it right now, obviously. But I don't know if you looked at like Zendaya, the pictures Zendaya was posting
Yeah.
like back then on Instagram. Like,
That was so funny. It was such a cultural reset. It was
that was
an era
hilarious.
to
That was
be there.
hilarious. Yeah, yeah. You had to be there. Honestly, you had to be there. Like I wasn't grown
Yeah,
more
like
enough.
we were like kind of like small, but I guess it kind of like lasted long enough. So we were,
Yeah,
I guess, like we were still kids, so we're not really
it's
part of it, but I guess we kind of still saw it.
exactly. It's very interesting because it hasn't been so long ago, but still it's coming back.
Yeah,
Usually, I would be like, I would, I wouldn't like bet that it would come back so early, like
yeah.
after it disappeared in a way. But what is like something that you really like about that type of style? It's coming back right now a lot in the music
Hmm.
industry and just like on influences online on Instagram, TikTok, and everything. There's this guy
Yeah,
on TikTok. I think he's called Le Flair, something like that, and he's just so cool. He's just like wearing the craziest outfits from this era. And he's just like walking down the streets and it's just so funny, like with the music and everything. And yeah, I mean, what's something you really like about this type of
I
style?
think like in general, it's the way it's like super open and like people would just be like expressing themselves wearing like super flashy colors and like, destructured outfits and stuff. Like it's not really like in the codes. Still today, I think it's coming back, but a lot of people are still very pretty about it.
Hmm.
Something I like is like in particular is like the way they would like you would like put your bras out. Like you put like a tank
Oh
top
yeah,
and then the
yeah.
bra is kind of like you can see the bra. I think it's a really cool concept. And obviously the like snapback like caps. Like obviously that's so cool. Like I think it's just very funny. Like I
That's funny.
remember when I was like 12, I used to wear those and be like, that's so
Yeah.
swag. I know it's coming back, so I think it's like nostalgia and like it's cool. The
Like
way like it
nostalgia.
changed in so like little time.
Mm,
We went from that to like the like clean girl aesthetic and stuff. And now it's coming back.
now it's coming
It's
back,
kind of
yeah.
crazy.
I feel like yeah, after this era, we went into like a minimalist,
Yeah.
very like boring. I mean, in terms of
Yeah,
like
even in luxury, like that was
yeah,
the beginning of like this the like quiet luxury
quite
era and
luxury era
stuff. So
exactly. And I feel like just everyone is kind of like fed up, bored of it. So
yeah,
it's just coming back to this like so much different, so many colors in the fits. And yeah, you talked about the snapback, like
yeah,
the obey caps,
yeah,
or like in France the uncut caps, or
yeah.
how's the watibe? What
Wetsuit was something in France. For
something?
French
Yeah,
people, I think obviously they probably all know about it. But yeah, that
yeah,
was
yeah.
right.
But yeah, even in the music industry right now, the up and coming artists
Yeah.
are being more bold with the way they dress. For example, we have like Theodora,
Mm-hmm.
who's been going crazy for like a year
Yeah.
now. And part of it is because of her style, her
Yeah,
aesthetic,
definitely.
right? I just like, I love her style. I love her
Yeah,
style,
I love it
obviously.
too.
The way she dresses is like just so different from anybody in the French music industry
Yeah.
scene. And yeah, I think it really like draws from this era as well, from a lot of different
Yeah.
things, but a lot from this era, right?
She definitely gets inspiration from this era too.
Mm.
And I like her, obviously I love her music, but like definitely her style is like very inspiring because like even like when you see her music videos and even like her early on music videos before she got like this viral and she had like a less of a budget, you know, like it was already like super bold, super creative, and obviously super inspired by like this 2010s like so yeah, definitely that's a very good example of how like the French music industry is kind of going back to
Yeah,
this vibe.
yeah. But I think something really like interesting I wanted to touch on as well regarding like the swag era is that it doesn't start in the 2000 in
Yeah,
2010s, right? There have been premises, and I would go back as far as the end of the 90s.
yeah,
Why am I saying this? Is because I think one important like aspect of this era was the skinny jeans,
yeah.
right? The slim, skinny silhouette
Mm-hmm.
for the swag era was
Yeah,
and I think it's interesting to talk about who who brought the skinny jeans onto the
yeah.
scene, right? What do you? Okay, first of all, what do you think about a skinny jean?
I think they could make cool. I think they had this reputation up until very not very long ago, like that were like super cringe, and like not really fashionable and everything. But they're definitely making a comeback. I still think they're not making a comeback exactly as the way they were in the like 2010s,
Hmm.
because they're still like today they're very low rise. The high
Yeah.
rise structure is definitely not coming back yet.
Okay, interesting.
In some runways it is, but I think like in the street when you just walk around and you see people wearing skinny jeans,
Yeah,
it's mostly like still low rise. So like the comeback is nuanced and
it's
like
still a new one. Yeah,
but I think they can be cool when they're like styled in a certain way.
yeah.
But I think I do like a boot cut better. I do like it when
Okay,
the ankles are
like
not like
like
it's not
tight.
too tight around the ankles, to be quite
I
honest.
see. What brands right now, house, would you
Mhm.
say is like pushing this silhouette a little bit further right now?
That's a very good question. I think like all of them recently in the recent fashion shows, they kind of all went back to this because as like um this like skinny silhouette is coming back is like also like you can see, and it's just kind of like the I guess the downside of it. It's that it's also coming back as the body positive thing is kind of
Hmm.
like you know disappearing from the fashion industry. When you see models, there's no longer like body positive energy, and like they're no longer encouraging that on the runways. You can, if you check the models from like the big agencies such as IMG models or foreign models, now it's only very skinny silhouettes,
Okay,
and
yeah,
like we
true,
had the
true.
like body positive energy that was coming like
Yeah,
finally, like you would see different body shapes on the runway, and now it's
yeah,
like
nice. Like
kind of gone.
going away, yeah.
So that's kind of like I guess the downside of this whole like, and it's
Mm-mm-mm.
obviously very linked to the fact that the silhouette is getting skinnier, skinny
Mm,
jeans are coming back. But yeah, what about you? What do you
makes
think?
sense, yeah. I mean, I agree with you, like when you say that it's kind of pushing body positivity away a little
um,
bit. Skinny jeans are not really inclusive, that's for
yeah,
sure. I remember, I think it was Lagerfeld who said
yeah,
he's working out because he wants to fit into these Hedi Slimane
yeah,
jeans, and we're going to talk about it, of course. But yeah, I don't think it's very inclusive, and
yeah,
it's also very hard to style. It's very hard to
yeah. It's
style.
very tricky to style because like, baggy jeans are easy to style. I think
Yeah,
like you just throw down with like t-shirt or whatever. Like
you
it's
don't
just
really have
always gonna
to.
look like cool and like
Yeah.
chill. But like skinny jeans can still, I think, be hard to style.
Mm.
But yeah, you can get inspiration obviously from like Hedi Slimane era Dior or even like obviously after Celine. But like I think he really started the whole like skinny jeans thing when he was creative director of Dior, which was pretty interesting to be honest when you would look at the runways
Yeah.
like
Because let's talk about Hedi Slimane for a second,
Yeah.
right? So it's the beginning of the 2000s. He's a stylist, French
Yeah.
Tunisian stylist from Paris. He doesn't really have any like background in fashion whatsoever, right? He just likes to style and everything. He's a
Yeah.
stylist. He also worked as a consultant. And then he joined Saint Laurent, previously Yves Saint Laurent, because he changed
Yeah.
the name of the brand,
Yeah.
which is very funny. But and
I think
then
that pissed off Yves Saint
yeah,
Laurent, who was still alive actually for the anecdote. He just took off like the name Yves, and like if Saint Laurent was still alive, he was just not really like running the brand
yeah,
anymore. And that was kind of created like a conflict. So I found that kind of funny
yeah,
that
yeah.
he just did that for some
Like
reason.
Hedi
Bold
was
choice.
crazy. Hedi was going crazy at the time. He would go on to bring into court everybody, everybody,
Like to trial,
like
just like
anyone, brands, groups,
yeah,
whatever. He would just like, but yeah. And then he went to Dior, and that's when it actually starts for real, because that's where he brings the skinny suit, skinny silhouette.
yeah,
And what do you think about this era of Dior? Because Dior has a really long history of like like a lot of different silhouettes and
yeah,
styles and everything. And Eddie Slimane comes in, it's drastically different. It's drastically
yeah.
different, and I don't know. I like it personally, but I wonder like, what do you like? Do you like it?
I like it too, personally. I think it was like a groundbreaking thing, and it was very interesting to do that at Dior. That is such like a heritage house, and was at first really about enhancing the like, women, like the female. When Christian Dior founded the house, it was really all about like making women beautiful, and so that was a very interesting like turn that Hedi Slimane like did. So I think it was like definitely like cool
Yeah,
era.
it was really cool. I really liked it, especially the punk rock which came with it. I really like like even this aesthetic inspired something called indie sleaze
Yeah,
afterwards, which directly ties to the swag era.
yeah.
Directly, it's like a continuity in a way.
Hmm.
But I personally I really liked it. I was like scrolling on Pinterest at the time, like, way before I was like scrolling
Yeah.
Pinterest. I was like I would like stumble upon some of
Hmm.
the runway shows. I wasn't really like, I don't know. I think it was a skinny jeans for me. I was never really a skinny jeans guy, and then just all of a sudden I was like, actually it looks cool. Like
Yeah, like it's kind of tough in some ways. Like the way he actually did it
yeah,
at Dior was like super tough. I think it's tricky. Like,
it's tricky.
I get it that some people still don't like it today. To be fair,
Yeah. To be fair, I feel like people when they wear skinny jeans today, they don't really try. So they just put it on and then
yeah,
they go
like
about their day.
it has to be. I think like a statement because it's still like very bold, like a bold choice to make today. So I think like if you choose to wear it, you need to wear it.
Yeah,
Like show that like it's your choice and it's like your taste and like
definitely.
you
Yeah.
like it for some reason.
Yeah. But yeah, and then yeah, I think I really love like this Dior era, and I was talking about indie sleaze, and indie sleaze is also coming back a
Mhm.
lot. I'm especially thinking about the music scene as well, but more the American music scene, the underground rap scene. For example, we have two Hollies.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how to explain, but it's like punk, it's like rock, it's like slim. Obviously, it's dark. It's a little dark. It's a little bit like sweaty, like discotheque, electronic.
Yeah,
I'm
like
just throwing words right
no, but I
now.
get it. Like it's really
Like
about clubbing, like kind of like
yeah,
a
yeah,
techno club or
techno
whatever.
club.
Like it's kind of like really drawn inspiration on that like
Mm.
vibe. That I think is kind of really cool to be honest.
Do you listen to Hollis?
Not that much to be honest,
Not that
but
much.
I would just like listen to a few like
Yeah,
songs from time to time. But yeah, I do think it's cool to see these like comebacks and also like, in general this like diversification in like music, the music industry, because obviously fashion and music are very tied
yeah.
together. So cool.
Would you say that right now your style is very like influenced by like all this like 2010s aesthetic, or not really?
I would say not so much. Probably not mainly by this aesthetic, but I still like it, and I still will take um some elements of it and trying to introduce it in my style. But I don't think it's my main inspiration.
Obviously, yeah, yeah. Do you think it's going to last?
Well, I'm not sure it will last, to be honest. I'm not sure it will last long. But fashion in general is just a cycle. We had the comeback of the Y2K, and now it's the 2010. So it makes sense that
Yeah.
2010s are coming back after the Y2K era. But I'm not sure it will last that long because I don't know. It's very different from what we've been getting used to in the last few years. So I think for it to last long,
It would be, yeah,
maybe
makes
a bit
sense.
hard. People might get tired of it, and also because we're in this era where we scroll everything. This kind of sounds cliche, but I think it really does influence how we perceive style too, because we will get tired of things way quicker than when we used to. We would just get bored of an aesthetic, and we just have these micro trends that are also part of the big trends. So it's kind of hard also to differentiate the two, because micro trends don't last long.
Yeah.
They just don't even last a full season. So
Yeah.
yeah, not sure it will last that
Not
long.
sure it was last. Okay, yeah.
But I like to see it on Instagram. I like to see it, King Kylie being back, all this stuff. It's kind of cool to see this comeback and see how it's also adapted it to the current times and influenced by today's fashion too.
Yeah, definitely. I want to ask you because this platform is also a way for people to be more connected to fashion industry, just fashion in general. And can you explain more what is it that you do right now? Why are you doing this? And where do you plan to go with this?
So I'm studying luxury marketing. So it's basically studying the roots and the way the luxury industry works and how marketing works in that regards. Because doing marketing and doing luxury marketing is two very different stuff. Because obviously luxury is a very specific industry. So I will have classes about luxury and marketing, but also about the fashion industry in general, which is very interesting. About creative directors, about just building your general knowledge about fashion, which is cool. And I do that because I'm obviously very into fashion, and I think it's going to be useful to me because I really want to work in fashion, but ultimately maybe have my own brand. That would be great because I like designing, styling, so that would be awesome. And I think marketing, and especially luxury marketing, the way I'm studying it, which is very focused on the fashion industry and the luxury industry, will definitely help me because you need a marketing basis to ultimately have your own brand.
Absolutely, yeah.
Obviously, that's good knowledge, and that's something that I'm going to be able to use and
Yeah,
get.
I think it's good that you're approaching it this way. You have this business acumen, and then you can bring the creative ideas afterwards. Because a lot of people who go into fashion design, for example, they just graduate and they don't really know what to do afterwards. And so I think it's very good to have a strong business basis before going into this. I mean, it depends, of course, but it can be easier, I would say. So
It will help me, I think, really know how to start a business and how a business works in terms of obviously marketing, branding, and market research and stuff like that are super useful.
thank you, Jen, for coming here today.
Thank you for having me on your podcast. It was really fun.
Thank you for letting me do this in your place, in your house. I really like this conversation about the 2010s and everything. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
I hope it was also interesting for you guys. And see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.